And we are live. Let me close mom's room so we don't hear a TV in the background. And mine. I got two fires going on. Mom, do me a favor. I'm on live. Can you close that door so I don't hear the TV? Excuse me? Can you close that door for 5 minutes? Nice and quiet. All right. So, this is what we put in. Mushroom. This is what I like, by the way. Mushroom and onion sliced. These are mixed vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower. Then you got the water chestnuts, the bean sprouts, and snow peas. So this is what's going in any minute because I already started. I cubed the chicken. You can see the chicken is cubed, and that is teriyaki. So chicken with teriyaki. So let's give that a little stir. Little chicken with teriyaki. So I cubed the chicken breast, took all the fat off. This has been cooking for about 15 minutes already since I started the stream. So you can see it's nice. I'm going to add the vegetables in a second. Frozen ones first. Then back here, this should not be on high. It's not. I got my rice. White rice. Now the trick with white rice is you leave about a 1/4 inch of water on top. And leave it alone. Stir it for the first 5 minutes. And cover it. Leave it alone. Don't touch the rice. So now, let me back the camera out a little bit. So now I'm going to add these frozen mixed cauliflower broccoli because they take time because they're frozen. Right in. Now we're going to cover that. It's on low flame. We're going up to medium. In the meantime, I'm going to open up these cans. Where's my can opener? Let me wash the tops. So we're going to open up the bean sprout. And the water chestnut sliced. And then we're going to drain them. And this will go close to last. Mushrooms and onions and snow peas are going in next. Yes, we need to set up my Twitches right. All right, so I drained the cans. You can see it. Bean sprouts, water chestnuts. The snow peas are back there. We just put the broccoli and the cauliflower. And then you got the mushroom and the sliced onion. We put the broccoli in. The rice is in the back. My fire is going pretty good. All right. So now we wait a few minutes. This is the easiest recipe in the world. But the key. All right, so in here is cubed chicken breast with teriyaki. I'd say about 8 to 10 ounces of teriyaki in the bottom. We let the we let the chicken cook in it. So it's nice. Now I'm waiting for the broccoli to steam up a little bit, and then I'm gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna add some of this other stuff while the rice is going. But the key to any Chinese is not this. It's this. This is what makes it. You have to find these in your supermarket. And these come in all different types of flavors. You have to find these in your international section. This is the key right here. Right here, these sauces. You put that over the food when it's done. This is what makes you get the flavor right here. So, there you go. Now, all the rice stuff, I do that because I've been cooking rice for decades. I don't use measuring cups. I don't need to. I eyeball. I know exactly by looking at the level of water, the amount of rice I pour in. My trick is, when you boil the water with a little oil, this is my trick. I pour the rice in the center of the pot in the water. When the water level, when the rice starts to be seen in the center, a little pile, then you add a little bit more, just a little bit more, and then stir it up. That's how you measure it, by eye. That's how I do it, and it always works. It's a trick. Trick of the trade. And then you gotta let it boil up and soften up, and the rice is gonna come out awesome. Like I said, that's something you learn over the years cooking. A real cook does not use measuring cups. That's so other people can learn the recipe. All right, in a few minutes we'll add the other stuff. Now you can see what's going on in these pots. See? Already. So we're going to give that a few more minutes. Then we're going to add the onions and the mushroom and throw it in there as I drink my soda and refill my soda. And put another soda in the fridge. I tried to go crazy. That's a little too high. Oh. Nah, I don't want to use my Cokes. Where's the Pepsi Max? I got it, man. I forgot it. Let them drink Pepsi. Save my Coke for me. All right, so I think it's about that time. So now we're going to throw in the onion, whole onion, and a pack of mushrooms. The whole pack. And now we're going to cover that. My hands. So now we'll let that go for a few as I check my rice. My pot holder. Now look at the rice. I don't like to let the steam out. This is not good. See how the rice looks? Well, we're gonna stir it. Don't let it stick. Then smooth it out with your spoon. And cover it up. I do not like to let that steam get away. And there's Mom.
Hi, everybody.
Mom says hello to everybody. Let's back up the camera so Mom don't trip.
Happy New Year. Let me see if it's raining now.
It is raining. It's been raining.
Very close that thing good. You see?
It's been raining all day, all night, last night. It's ugly out.
Yeah.
It's a good day to be inside. So now the mushrooms are in there with the onions. We already put the broccoli and cauliflower. The chicken's been cooking with the teriyaki. And now we wait for those mushrooms to cook and the onions. Then we'll give it a stir. Then we'll add snow peas next. I love these. Snow peas, they're awesome. Oh, the snow peas and the chestnuts, the bean sprout is last because that will disintegrate to nothing, literally, if you put it in too early. Now, mushrooms and onions you don't want everything to liquefy. You want it to cook, but still be there. That's why I don't put the onions and mushrooms to last. Otherwise, they will turn to nothing. What happened, Ma? This is really healthy too. And you can get low sodium teriyaki if you're concerned about salt, which Mom and I get the low sodium. And this stuff only has 8 grams of sugar. And this one's 60 calories. It's not too bad. What's the carbs? 14 grams of carbs. Mediocre. We're going to raise this up a little bit now. Get that steaming. The rice will be about another 10 to 15 minutes, which we will not stop.
I'm looking for my glasses, baby, okay?
I mean, I love this stuff. I swear by this stuff. You could see the sesame. I don't know if you could see that. You see the sesames in there? This is like really high quality stuff. I don't know if you the light, if you can see them in there. This stuff is awesome. It's delicious. Remember, you can find this. It's not necessarily this brand, but you're looking in the international foods aisle. Anything that looks like this bottle. So anything that looks like this is what you're looking for. It's a thick Chinese sauce. So I bought, this one has spice. This one has a little spice to it. This is the sesame garlic. Then I buy the regular one because some people don't like the garlic. So I buy the 2 because these are the ones I like. Both are good. One has a little spice. The other one is not too spicy. How's my fire doing? The fire is doing. All right, let's give this a check. It's getting nice and soft. The mushrooms got to cook a little bit more. Mushrooms will cook more when I put this stuff in too. So this is what it looks like so far. That's what that looks like right now. All right, let's cover it back. In a few minutes, we'll add the rest. So what is going on? I saw somebody wrote something. I can't bring it up now. Oh well. So now we just got to be patient, let it cook. So to recap, diced, cubed, well really cubed chicken breast and teriyaki sauce. Then I add broccoli and cauliflower, frozen. And I let that soften up for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then I added onions, sliced onions, one whole onion sliced, and a whole pack of fresh mushroom, sliced. So I added that in there. Next will be the snow peas back there, which I'm going to put in right now. Then I'm going to throw the chestnuts, water chestnuts, right after, and the bean sprouts will be last. All right, so now let's do that. Like I said, this is easy. Oh yeah, the mushrooms are definitely getting small. I don't want it to turn to nothing. Now we're going to throw in the snow peas. And the water chestnuts. And then we're going to stir this up. Where's my pot holder? Just tuck it in there. There's a lot of food here. And you don't want this to turn soggy. You want it to stay crisp, those snow peas. Pretty much all you're doing is heating them up. Otherwise they turn to nothing. They disintegrate. They're not enjoyable to eat. So literally, now I'm going to cover this for 2 minutes and get these bean sprouts ready. Now, bean sprouts are tricky. The bean sprouts are stringy. So I just take it out of the can and I'll give it a slice right down the middle just to separate them a little bit. I always wash my hands after I touch any food. That's like a must. All right, let's check that rice. Coming out good. Nice and fluffy. I'm gonna cover it and give it a little bit more. And now we're going to add our bean sprout right in. And now I'm going to give this a stir, tuck it in. pretty much you just want to flip it. And this is done. I'm shutting it down right now. And that's what it looks like. I'm shutting her down and covering it. Right there. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Look how good that looks. Now we got to cover that. And that's all she wrote. As far as that's concerned. Let's back up the camera. So, let's go over it one more time. 8 to 10 ounces of teriyaki. Pour it in. Cube up some chicken breast. Of course, rinse it. Throw it in. Let it cook. Covered on medium for a good 10-15 minutes. Keep turning it. Uncover. Put broccoli, fresh broccoli, frozen broccoli, cauliflower. That's what we like. Chop it up. Put it in. Let it cook another 10 minutes. Flip it. Then you add a whole sliced onion and a whole pack of mushrooms. You can use whatever mushrooms you like. Slice it up, throw it in. 5 minutes. Again, flipping every 2 minutes. Then the snow peas, throw those in, fresh snow peas. Same thing, flip. Those don't overcook. 4 minutes tops with the snow peas. You're just heating them up. You want them to stay nice and crunchy and fresh. And then I threw in the chestnuts, water chestnuts sliced, and a can of bean sprout. Bean sprout goes last. Just chop it up, put it in, done. This is done. Now we're just waiting for that rice. Anyway, I don't know who tried to call me. I think it was my boss, but I can't pick it up while I'm streaming because I'm using my phone to stream. So isn't that nice? Doesn't that look good? And like I said, the key to this is this freaking sauce. This stuff is the key right here. Without this, it's not going to taste right. This is what makes it. Now, once I make the bed of rice and I put that food over it and I pour some of this on top, oh my God, is it good? This is something you won't eat once. You'll eat 2 servings because it's so good. And again, it's healthy. Let me rinse my spoon. Give this rice another check. Pot holder. Look at that, nice and fluffy. That's good. Rice is done. So there's the rice. Done. So the rice is done. So I'm going to cover that, shut it off. Now people make fun of my pots. These are pots that I'm special for rice. I love those pots. I love my pots. Why buy new when you break them in and they're the pots you use? A lot of people are familiar with their stuff. You get comfortable with using certain utensils. Well, you know what? These are like my favorite pots to cook in. So that's why I use them. But anyway, let's see. So there you go. See it? And it's healthy. And you can see how the snow peas, if you overcook them, see how they're steamed now? That's why you don't put them into the last. Otherwise, they'll turn to nothing. And the rice, you see how you cook the rice? Easy. And that's a wrap. And I mean, I can take out a little. Maybe I'll eat some and I'll put it on a plate right now. Ma, you want to eat? No? I'm going to make a little bowl because I'm not that hungry. So I'll just get a little bowl and show you guys. I'm going to make a little bowl. I don't even want that much rice. And I got to get another spoon. So we got the little bowl of rice. I gotta get another spoon. Oh, I did this right. I gotta put the Christmas lights.
I know.
I should put it a little later so when Eric comes.
Yeah.
Right? Wait till like
What time is
6.
Eric
It's only
coming?
5 o'clock. Eric will be here by 10:30. All right, let me move the camera back because I don't want to cause a tragedy here with Mom
Not
walking
me.
around.
Not me. No.
So, I mean, you want to talk about good? This is, and I'm just spooning, not even a lot. There's so much food in here. I do want a piece of chicken. And now I'm going to open up the sesame.
Sesame.
I like the spice.
How you get to Sesame Street?
How did you go from this to Sesame Street?
Because Sesame.
I can't even open this. It's bill proof. I got it. It's freaking bill
I
proof.
found them. Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
you were looking for those?
Yeah.
All right, so now I open up my.
Thank you.
This stuff is so thick.
Thank you, guys.
Look at that. Oh my God. So good. So I just made a little plate. Right there. There you go. And hello to Chef. I can't see the name because it just disappeared. And that wasn't hard at all and it was quick. See how it came out? Let's get a fork. You can see the rice underneath. I'll mix it up a little. There's broccoli, cauliflower. You could put sliced pepper, red pepper, green pepper. I'm not a big fan of pepper, but you could throw whatever you want in here. I like the chestnuts. And I love the snow peas. And of course, mushrooms, onions. This has pretty much everything. So if you watch from the beginning, you'll see how I made all this. It's really, really, really easy. Anyone can do this. Anyone. Rice is tricky. If you don't know how to make rice, I mean, I do it by eye because I've been doing it for so many years, but like I said, what I do, my trick with rice, let's say I filled the pot up to here with water. Say to there. It doesn't matter where okay. Let's pretend, this is for my Spanish rice, by the way. Let's pretend this is the top of the surface of the water inside the pot, whatever level it is. Let's say this is the water on the top. I pour rice in the middle. When I start to see the rice show above the water in the center, I give it a mix the rice in the water, then I'll pour one more time in the center till I start to see rice again. That tells me it's got a perfect mixture of water and rice. That's my trick. So I'll go over that again. This is the water in the pot. Pour the rice in the center. When the rice comes up above the water surface, give it a mix. Then throw another time rice in the center till you see the white rice on the above the surface of the water. That's it. Stir it, cover it, lower it, put it on absolute low flame and let it cook for every 5 to 10 minutes. Give it a stir. That's it. That's the trick. Forget about measuring cups. Forget about all that other stuff. If you follow my guide, your rice will come out every time perfect. It's a nice little trick. I mean, you can definitely put in measuring cups and do it that way, but I think the way I do it is pretty easy. Anyway, so that pretty much covers this recipe. I'm gonna go enjoy this now and eat. Like I said, it's really, really easy. I'm just seeing. I'm just trying to see it. It doesn't work on my phone. That's weird. Anyway. We're not 18 plus, obviously. Because I'm doing this as a cooking recipe. So please refrain from using any explicit, vulgar, obscenity language in the chat room. Anyway, so look at that. And you know what this is really good with? You see how I did it with chicken? Substitute it with shrimp. Oh my God, it's awesome. Now remember, shrimp cooks fast. So my suggestion is cook the shrimp in a separate pot. Same way with the teriyaki. Put it to the side. Do your vegetables in another pot. And then when that's done, the vegetable pot with the teriyaki, then you can combine them. You want to talk about delicious? Imagine that with shrimp instead of chicken. Now me, I make big chunks of chicken. I mean, see? See how it looks? So imagine this with shrimp instead of chicken. It is absolutely, and you got to, what do you call it? What was I going to say? Now I lost my thought. Yeah, you put the shrimp in there, and you don't buy the little shrimp. That's what I was going to say. You get the jumbo. 20 count. The lowest count you can get. Because a lot of people say, what is these numbers on the shrimp? Well, that's the size. The higher the number, the smaller the shrimp. The lower the number, the bigger the shrimp. That's how you do the count when you see them on the bags. So always go for the lower number when you're buying shrimp. Because those will be the bigger shrimps. So yeah, and remember, I'm going to be cooking Spanish rice on Monday, but my Spanish rice recipe is up. I didn't see what happened in chat, but at least he got the warning. I'm sure he won't use the word again, whatever was said, because I'm just looking at the camera and seeing what's going on. So like I said, this is a really easy recipe. And I think Amanda's doing her show, so I'm going to cut my stream so everybody can go hang out and listen to Amanda's show. It's ERRT Radio on Mixlr, Mixlr, Mixlr.com. That's where Ronald has his station. And Amanda's doing her show right now. So go to Mixlr.com, look for ERT Radio, ERRT Radio, and you go to mixlr.com/ERRT-radio. There you go. I'm sure Melissa will put the link in this chat so everybody can see. Anyway, everybody have a great night. I'm going to go enjoy my bowl of food. So till next time, peace out.